एक्सरसाइजेस आपसे शेयर करूंगी जो आप कहीं पे भी दिन में बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली फॉर योर अपर बॉडी, योर शोल्डर्स एंड नेक, बिकॉज जनरली सबसे ज्यादा आपके सर्वाइकल एरिया, जो ये आपका नेक एरिया है, यहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा पेन होता है. सो सपोज योर चेयर, ठीक है, सो जस्ट बी रेडी. आपके जो फुट है, दैट शुड बी योर एंकल एंड योर फुट शुड बी स्ट्रेट लाइक दिस, बिल्कुल. कैन यू सी दिस? Am I visible now? No? Right? Okay. They should be straight. Your shoulders should be rolled back. Spine should be absolutely straight. And cross your hands behind. You can cross them like this. Okay. इससे ये होता है कि शोल्डर्स जो हैं वो पीछे की तरफ रहते हैं. अदरवाइज इवन दो भी एक्सरसाइज, वो आगे की तरफ उनकी झुकने का चांसेस होते हैं. तो वंस यू आर स्ट्रेच्ड बैक, आपकी बैक भी स्ट्रेट रहेगी, नेक भी स्ट्रेट रहेगा, राइट? सो द वेरी फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज आपके नेक के लिए है. सो आपको सांस लेते हुए अपनी गर्दन को पीछे करना है. Slowly, very slowly, keep your eyes open and then come back slowly down. अपनी सांस को छोड़ते हुए, exhale करते हुए, जितना भी आप आराम से नीचे लेके जा सके. So now we'll do it 2 more times. Go back and do it very slowly without any jerk. सांस लेते हुए, inhale करते हुए, while inhaling, go back. Keep your back straight and then come down while exhaling slowly. One more time, and this time while you inhale and go back, hold it for 5 counts. Slowly count till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slowly come down. सांस को छोड़ते हुए, exhale करते हुए नीचे आएंगे and hold it till the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, neck straight, relax. 2-3 लंबे गहरे सांस लेंगे. 2-3 deep breaths. Okay. Now the second exercise, you have to look right. Turn your neck right. आप neck को अपने right move करेंगे. सांस छोड़ते हुए, सांस लेते हुए धीरे से center में आएंगे. Again सांस छोड़ते हुए left देखेंगे. 1 round. Again inhale. सांस लीजिए center. सांस छोड़ेंगे. Right. Come in center. Left. Exhale. Inhale. And now we'll again hold till the count of 5 while exhaling. हल्का सा स्ट्रेच महसूस करें अपने नेक में, बहुत ज्यादा जर्क या स्ट्रेच नहीं करेंगे. A very slight stretch in your neck cervical area. Come back, center, inhale slowly, and again turn left, hold it for the count of 5 while exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come in the center. 2-3 deep breaths. 2-3 लंबे गहरे सांस. Okay, now the third exercise. Bend your neck towards right. And now when you bend, you can keep your right hand over your head and left hand over your shoulder. So you have to feel the stretch here on the left side of your shoulder, right? Hold it for 3 seconds. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Slowly come in the center. Change the position. Bend it on the left side. Left hand on the head. Right hand on the shoulder. Try to give a slight stretch. Count till 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. We'll do it 2 more times. Come in the center. Bend your neck towards right. Right hand over your head. Left hand over your shoulder. Count till 3. 1, 2, 3. Change the side. Slowly. Don't give it a jerk. Left hand over your head. Right hand over your shoulder. 1, 2, 3. One more last time. This time we'll count till 5. Bend it towards right. Right hand आपका right सिर के ऊपर और left hand आपका shoulder के ऊपर. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come in the center. Change the position. Left side bend करेंगे. Left hand head के ऊपर. Right hand shoulder पे. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Come in the center. Take 2, 3 normal deep breaths. 2-3 लंबे गहरे सांस. Just feel the stretch. क्योंकि जहां भी आपके मसल्स या तो टाइट हो जाते हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं या लेंथन हो जाते हैं, सो वहां पे पेन आना शुरू होता है. Once you start doing this simple stretching exercise, they strengthen your muscles slowly. Okay. Now the last exercise. इसमें भी आप अपनी आंखों को खुला रखेंगे. This is a neck rotation exercise. और don't rotate your neck completely. Just see once. हम सांस छोड़ते हुए नेक को नीचे करेंगे और धीरे धीरे सांस को भरते हुए पीछे से नीचे सांस छोड़ते हुए. And this is it. You'll not take it another side. And now यहाँ से वापस सांस छोड़ते हुए सांस लेते हुए पीछे, सांस छोड़ते हुए नीचे. So now this completes your 1 round, right? So let's do 3 rounds. Okay. Don't close your eyes and give a slight stretch, right? Start. नीचे देखेंगे, सांस भरते हुए पीछे जाएंगे, सांस छोड़ते हुए नीचे. बैक साइड. सांस भरते हुए पीछे. Inhale. When you exhale, come down. Again, 1 round complete here. Inhale. Very slowly, try to give a slight stretch. Move back. Inhale when you go back. Exhale when you come down. सांस लेते हुए पीछे जाएंगे, सांस छोड़ते हुए नीचे आएंगे. And slowly फिर से लास्ट राउंड कंप्लीट करेंगे. झटके से ऊपर नहीं आएंगे. When you complete, wait for a second or two and then slowly while inhaling come up. Again relax. Okay, this is very good for your cervical nerves. Okay, now next let's come to your shoulders. Generally frozen shoulder का problem हो जाता है लोगों को. So अपने arms को पूरा stretch कर लें एक बार. Straight बिल्कुल. Right? Put them on your shoulder. Right? And now we have to again go back like this. Straight. Come back. We'll do this 5 times. Go back like this. 1. Come back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stretch. Right? Okay. Now, again, put your hands on the shoulder. Right? And now what we have to is bring your elbows together and then expand. This will expand your chest and try to take your shoulders little back. Your neck and back should be in one straight line. आपकी पूरी neck back बिल्कुल सीधी होनी चाहिए. ये आपके lungs और chest को expand करेंगे. We'll do this 5 times. सांस छोड़ते हुए अपने elbows को खोलेंगे. Expands your lungs, chest, helps in your breathing. Okay. 4, 1 more, 5. Relax. 2-3 लंबे गहरे सांस लेंगे. Okay, now we'll do the shoulder rotation. Again, hands on your back. Okay. So आप अपने elbows को पूरा rotate करेंगे, right? 5 times पीछे. 3, 4, 5. And now 5 times the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Relax. And the last exercise, आपको अपनी साइड जो एक्सटर्नल ऑब्लिक्स हैं आपके साइड जो होता है उसको आपको स्ट्रेच करना है. तो राइट हैंड अप बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट, उसको आप बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट खींचेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे कि वो आपको आपके कान के साथ लगा हो. ओके. लेफ्ट हैंड ऑन योर स्टमक, राइट, आपने जैसे उसे पकड़ा हुआ है. एंड देन बेंड. जितना आप बेंड कर सके. आपके हिप्स नहीं उठेंगे आपकी चेयर से. And then feel the stretch here on your right side. जो आपका हाथ ऊपर है, try to feel that stretch. Hold it for the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Change the side. Stretch. अपने हाथ को पूरा ऊपर की तरफ खींचेंगे. Right. And then bend. Hips नहीं उठेंगे. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it again. Change the side. Stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Change the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last. Change the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Take 2, 3 normal breaths. These exercises you can do any time of the day, especially when you are sitting. Try to do at least 2 times in a day just to relax your upper body. Tomorrow we'll do about the stretching of the lower body, right? So this really helps you to relieve those muscle tightness and in your joints, which can relieve you from some pain. Okay. So Vikin will take over from here. Vikin, are you there?
Yes, very much here.
Okay. Hope you enjoyed the stretching.
Yeah, I was doing other kinds of stretching as well, sitting and standing up and pulling my legs and all that. So welcome back, guys. Shweta, Kiran, Reena. So very short crowd today. Let's make it personalized today then. So let's throw back questions like yesterday we were talking about, the quiet session rakha hua tha because there were a lot of people who were there, and now we are sending out recording, so that could be the thing. So as of now, we'll try to make this as an interactive session today, but there are certain things we still need to talk about. So you can stop me at any point of time, and then we can have a discussion about that thing. And let me know how that thing goes. Also, thanks a lot. Kal we got reviews from certain people. We have taken those also into consideration today. So thanks a lot for giving those reviews and let them keep coming in. So I hope yesterday's session helped you guys to go back and think about as to what is that you really want from life and how do you rate yourself on the wheel of life that we spoke about and the 5 questions that were there. So moving further from there, so this is kind of a structured format that we are following in, how to get to where you want to be in life, who you really are, and how to be the best that you can be. So today we are going to talk about values, and if we have some time, then we are also going to talk about beliefs. क्योंकि हर कोई beliefs के बारे में बात करता है. A lot of people actually talk about beliefs almost all the time as to how belief affects your physiology, your mindset, and that is absolutely true. Even we accept that thing and we talk about it. But there is something deeper than that a lot of people do not generally talk about or touch at, and that is values. So what are values? Values or moral ethics, like principles that people talk about. तो हिंदी में बोलेंगे तो मूल तत्व जिसे हम लोग बोलते हैं. So that is what values is all about. And these are certain things which are very individualistic. You might share those values with someone, but it could be very different from even the people living in the same family and growing in the same home. So it could be very, very different from what your brother or sister or your parents could be having, and you could be feeling completely different about it. And that's the inner voice that is coming. That is basically the values that we are talking about. The really deep down. And अगर हम लोग उसको directional की बात करें, it basically is something which is very, very important for a decision making. So values, what we say is a decision making framework, and they are your values. Keyword being your. So a lot of times what happens, we actually go out and try to, if we are confused or if we do not find a way, we actually try to sit down with people and try to talk to them and try to find out what should I do or how should I do. But how they are going to tell you anything, because you are completely different from them. Your inner voice, your values could be completely different from what their values are, and they could be actually telling you what they would be doing in their situation, that situation, but it would not probably make sense to you, or you will try to do this, so it wouldn't, probably work for you. So you got to be really authentic about this thing. The trouble here is that it can be a scary experience, because when you actually truly start to find yourself as to who you are, you start changing and the environment around you starts changing for a good, but it can be scary because then is the time when we are actually coming out of the comfort zone. So let me give you an example. Let's say we have all got used to a GPS system these days. तो हम लोग GPS लेते हैं and we put in a destination wherever we want to go, particular sector, particular gully number or particular home, and we reach over there because the GPS guides straight to that direction as to where we want to go. But let's say GPS fails. There is no GPS. We go back 15, 20, 30 years when we are going in a car or we are going on a scooter or on a cycle, and we roll down the shisha and say, this is the address where to go. And someone might say, this is the direction you should go in. Or someone might say, I don't know where this thing is. Or someone might put you in a different direction, and then you might say, yaar, isne to galat bata diya, and now we have got stuck even more. And now relate that GPS to your values. Your values are the moral compass, the decision-making framework They basically guide you into the direction that you have to be in. So the people, we guys actually shared with you something called as a personality assessment when you guys had the discovery session. और उसमें एक core value करके word निकल के आया था. There was this one word which came out of that thing. So that is one of the core values. But there are about 6 core values which are very, very important to people. And that basically forms the decision framework for everyone. And if you are clear about those values, decision making becomes such a simpler process, and you will feel that your life has a purpose. And I'm not kidding you about it. Great people have used this all the time, and that's why they have been able to change the world, change the way their lives have been. That's why they have become examples of how to lead a life. People look at them, they might say this was right, that much, but they achieved a lot. They changed a lot of things, and they were absolutely able to do that because they were connected by themselves. They really knew what they want to do. Now, if I tell you to actually, do a certain exercise, try to think of the things that you like, the music that you listen to, the books that you read, the movies that you watch, the people you hang out with. Somewhere they're all connected. And why are they connected is because you have to look for that connection. If that connection, you find out what that connection is, what is that you're really looking at, that's why you keep going into same things over and over again, or keep looking for those things. That is where basically the value starts coming in. Those are your moral values. Those are your words. Giving you examples, think about MS Dhoni. Came from a very humble background. His father wanted him to work become a collector in the train. But he had something else in him. He really wanted to achieve greatness. He really wanted to go ahead and do things. And he never disrespected anyone. So maybe his value was clarity. He knew from before what he wanted to do. Maybe his value was discipline. He knows what it was. And that's why, since he was in touch with those values, he reached where he wanted to be. Let's talk about a very famous brand, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey came from a very, very poor background. She was molested as a child. She was not taken care of. 14 years old, she herself became pregnant, and it was a stillborn baby. However, she went on to become a multi-billionaire, and she actually went on to actually care for people quite a lot. And maybe her value was heart, that whenever she connects with people, maybe it was connection. She gives away freely because something was there that was actually telling her this is what she wants. And if we come back to one of the biggest figures, or one of the very important figures in Indian history, recent history, that is the President Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India, the people's person. Why people connected with him so much? Why he became an educationist? Maybe his word was inspiring, maybe his word was impact, and he knew about it, and he held on to it, and he did the things that he wanted to do, and that's why he became the person that he was. So today we are going to actually go into this exercise. We have actually done one of the exercises with you, which is the personality assessment, and there was this one core response, core word, or a core value that was shown over there. And there are more values about it, but let's do an exercise and see whether you can come up with that word or not. If you do not want to do that exercise right now, you can probably actually, think of this thing at a later point of time when you go back at your home, sitting at your home in your peace time. Just think about what there is. So everybody following me till now, any questions or any doubts? Nothing. Perfect. So let's move further. So I have 5 questions for you today. So yesterday we have 5 questions. Now today there are 5 questions, and the 5 questions are actually going to lead you towards what your values are. This is a systematic process. We use different systems. This is just one of the systems that is there. So the first question is, what makes you happy? Yesterday was, are you happy or not? But today is, what makes you happy? First question. Second question, what connects your happiness? Third question, what traits do you hate? Literally do not dislike it. What is your constant in life? And the fifth question, is this really who you are? These are the 5 questions which we are going to get answers to today, and we are going to answer that. So when we come to the first question, what really makes you happy? Think about definition of success for yourself. Make a list. Write down all your dreams that there are. Write down your favorite movie, your favorite quote, your favorite book, your favorite music, your moment of overwhelming happiness, your unlimited possibilities. Write all those down. Put that down into a list of paper. Fill it as much you want. And there would be reasons why you're writing those things down. And if you start looking into depth of that thing, there would be something that will keep popping up in all these things. And once it starts popping up, it starts giving you a direction as to what you really like, what really makes you happy. And there could be many words that could be there, and you still might be confused that this is probably not the word that I'm looking for, or there are probably more to it. And if that is there, you start asking another question, which is, what traits do you hate? Now start looking into depth. Why do you not like to hang out with certain people? Maybe there is a masi or a chachi or a nani who you really do not like and do not want to see them on vacations or in marriages or anything like that. Write that name down. Why you do not like them. What is the boss that you absolutely hated in your life? What is the food that you do not like? What is the movie that you really would not want to see? What is that feeling that takes you really down, and why that feeling takes you down? Now that is, don't think this is a negative thing that we are doing. Find that negative word that is there and just flip it upside down on its face. एक बार आपने उस word को उल्टा कर दिया, that would be the word that you are looking for probably. So if, let's say, in your life you had neglect, maybe your word is care or belongingness. And these things can happen from the childhood. Let's say while coming up, you were discouraged. Someone said you are not good enough. तुझसे होगा ही नहीं. तूने बहुत try कर लिया. You just forget about it. And maybe you never gave up and your word became inspiring. Somebody destroyed things for you. And maybe you said, I'm going to create things. I'm going to be beautiful maker of certain things. And maybe create became the word for you. It may not be word, it might be a person. It might be something in your life who has been very, very inspiring in your life. It could be a name of a boss. It could be your grandfather. It could be someone who you have seen a life who has lived by principles. And maybe that is your word. Maybe that is your value system. And when you look at all these two things in depth and detail, try to connect. Is there a connection over there? Is there that particular few words which is trying to give you happiness? खुशी कौन से word से मिल रही है? Deep down at your core, what makes you really, get up and go and barge and do the things? And then try to look at what is your constant in these as well. So looking for constant, these are all the questions which are going to help you to get to those particular values. Now, if you get to the constant part, go back into your life. Try to see how you were 10 or 15 years back or when you were a kid. And then try to think what you want to be in the future. And then see, is there a similarity what was in the past and what you really want to be in the future? In the sense of feeling. Maybe today you are lost. Maybe you're not lost. And if you're not lost, it is because you have held on to that something beautiful in the past and you have carried it along till now. But if today you're lost and you're looking for finding that thing in the future, that is going to come from your past. And that is your value. That is something that you need to hold on to. And if you have let go of that thing, that actually starts bringing in misery. That's when you start losing direction. And that's why we call it a moral compass. So it's an exercise which should make you alive when you find those words, because it's a driver. वो आपको drive करेगा कि this is where I want to go. और मुझे यही जिंदगी में चाहिए. You might achieve it different ways, but it is very, very important to find out who you really are. And once you write those couple of words down, or you find that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever words, just write them down and look at it and say, is this really who you are? And if the answer comes yes, that is who you are. And if the answer comes no, revisit this exercise, do it again, sit down in calm and peaceful place and see what comes out. But you have to be brutally honest. like I said to you, क्योंकि एक बार जब ये पता चल जाता है, sometimes your world gets shaken, you get shaken, the environment around you starts changing because the decisions that you're going to take are going to change. This is till date sometimes happens. We take decisions because someone said it, someone taught us this is what we should be doing, this is how society runs, this is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to call, elders by sir or ma'am or uncle or aunties, because it has been conditioned. We have been conditioned into that phase of life, and that is how we have been living. But अगर वही चीज होती, why your brother, siblings are different from each other, why parents have a different thing and why you have a different thought process. Maybe you are trying to find something and they say no, you do this thing. But till the time you do not find out who you really are, what your value system is, what your values are, what drives you, what gets you motivated, and what you're really looking for, your vision will never be clear. You will not get that clarity in your mind, and you will not know where you are heading. Life will happen to you. Life will not happen for you. This is one exercise that is based on values. Anything you guys want to talk about these values right now? Is there any doubt, any questions you have? If you did not understand the value key exercise, is there anything else that how it helps? How does it work? Any questions? I'm open to that. If everybody is happy, if everybody has understood about this thing, I will move further. All good? Last question. Kiran, you can unmute yourself and just ask me.
Yeah. Like what you are in 5 questions.
I'll send it
Last
again.
question is like what you are, right?
Yeah. So last question is this really who you are?
Yeah. Like for that, what we have to analyze.
So there were these 4 questions, like what makes you happy? What are certain things that you really hate? What is your constant in life? And what connects your happiness? When you actually try to figure it out and you really think of these questions and you come up with certain words, just write those words down and put it in front of you, and then look at it. Is this who you really are? And how you can check that is, you can see, pick up a decision, या कोई भी जहाँ पे decision लेने की जरूरत पड़ी या past में लिया, just pick up that decision, revisit that decision and see whether 2 value थी या 3 value थी या 1 value थी, जो भी value थी, did that get fulfilled or not? If it got fulfilled, your decision, you would be probably happy with that decision. If it wasn't fulfilled, you probably wouldn't be happy with that decision. Is that all right, Kiran? Okay. Okay. Anybody wants to talk about this? एक किसी की value थी, Kiran, are you okay to talk to me?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay? मैं तुमसे बात कर सकता हूँ 1 minute?
Yeah.
Have you done that personality test?
Yes, sir.
What was your core value?
You are asking about yesterday's?
Yes. No, yesterday the personality test, जब आपका एक discovery session हुआ था, उसमें you did a color wise personality test, right?
No, I have not done that.
Okay, so if you haven't done that, I'll send that to you, and then you will probably get little more clarity about that thing. But उसमें एक core value निकल के आती है. That is one of the words. There could be more words. So this exercise is basically about that. Okay. So now when we understand values, that is one of the core things which actually drives our thought process as well. And अगर मैं belief systems में अब जाऊंगा, which lot of people actually talk about the beliefs and all that. I'm going to actually talk about a gentleman called Bruce Lipton. He is a developmental biologist, And he says that when you look into mirror, आप जब अपने आप को शीशे में देखते हैं, you're not looking at one person. You're looking at 50 trillion cells because that's what a human body is made out of. And doctors happen to believe that genes are a blueprint to who you are. However, every cell जो आपकी body में होता है, that has about 1.4 volts of energy in it. And if all cells are put together, that combines to 700 trillion volts. That is huge amount of power. And that is all controlled by what? Your mind. So mind is the government which is actually controlling all these cells. And if you can change your thought, you can actually change your biology. So the mind, the primary reason why we are suffering or happy today is because of our thoughts. So if we are happy and sad because of our thoughts, how can we blame genes? Because thought is a matter of perception. Perception of what you thought it could be, perception of what we thought it should have happened, perception of why this did not happen like this, it could have happened like that, what if it would have happened like that. So we are creating a perception around it. And if we change our perception, we can change the story. And if we can change the story, that means biology is not controlling us. It's the thought process that is controlling us. And thought process is also controlling the biology because our thoughts can actually change our genes. So that's what is something which is deeply linked. The biology is deeply linked to the thought process as well. So if your thought changes, it changes you internally as well as externally. And that is a scientific way of saying that thoughts make you who you are. इसी वजह से लोग बोलते हैं कि अंदर को चेंज करो, बाहर अपने आप चेंज हो जाएगा. And अंदर को चेंज करना is basically changing your thought process, which changes the entire physiology, biology, and the environment around us starts changing as well. But there are, belief systems can be divided into two things. One is a positive belief system and one is a negative belief system. And we do not like to call it a negative belief system. We call it limiting belief. क्योंकि वो एक belief है जिसने आपको limit किया हुआ है to reach your best potential. So if you change the belief into something else, your potential changes drastically. So it's just limiting you. It's not a negative belief system because वो belief system किसी reason से बना है. That has probably helped you over a period of time or in certain circumstances or situations. That's why it is not a negative belief. It is a limiting belief because now you have got stuck, you have got limited because of that thing, and now you're not moving forward. And there are a couple of beliefs which are, जिन्होंने सारी sadness, so to say, or experiences को have made it not as happy or joyful as they can be. So those beliefs could be, it's too bold to do. Someone else is doing it, so why should I try also? Or it's too simple. I'm not good enough. That is one of the biggest belief systems that people have. And what others will think about it. These are all belief systems, and these are all limiting belief systems. We have got conditioned to it, and around that we have started building something called as learned helplessness, because we have got these belief systems. Uske aju baju we have started creating stories that this is not possible. That is a survival story now. Now, when I am talking about I am not good enough, it is a personal survival sad story. Or if it is too bold, that's what it is. Yeah, if someone else has done it, why should I do it? It is called pervasive thinking. You're blaming someone else or some other episode or some other event because of which you cannot take action, even though it is not related to you. So that is another limiting belief factor that is there. And then there is something called as permanent thought of bullshit. मुझसे नहीं होगा. I'm too lazy. Let me do it tomorrow. So that is another reason in which do it. So when you have an experience or anything, try not to label it because experience is where your belief system starts forming. And if you have an experience, कोई experience आपके साथ हुआ है, let's say you went to a coffee shop with a friend and you had a phenomenal experience. You laughed and joked and everything. And then now you're trying to give it a meaning. Oh, I had a fantastic thing. And now you're trying to probably give it a meaning to the shop. The shop is pretty decent. You're trying to give a meaning to the person, that the person is fantastic with whom you have enjoyed the company. So we have started attaching meanings to it. And when we start attaching meanings to it, that is when we start forming beliefs. And if that experience is not good, that is the time when we actually start attaching different kind of meaning to it. That the person is probably not nice or the environment was not good over there. So we attach meanings to our experiences, and that's when our beliefs start forming. So if you keep it neutral, if you keep an experience neutral in the beginning, it gives you an opportunity to actually absorb things, think through, and then actually say and ask yourself a question: what is this trying to teach me? If you actually start asking that question, especially when you're going through a traumatic experience or a bad experience, just do not label it as good or bad. Just ask a question: what is this trying to teach me? That's a very, very powerful statement, because it helps you to actually take stock of the environment and the situation that is around you. And that basically leads you into the direction of awareness. And that's what we spoke about yesterday also. We started about awareness with yourself. Now we are going a little bit deeper into awareness of the situations, of the environment, of the values, of the belief systems. And once you actually start getting awareness, you start becoming conscious. And the whole soup that we are or we get into is because we do not have that consciousness, we do not have that clarity. I'm going to share right now a slide with you, and just a moment. So there is something called as belief. Now we have spoken about beliefs. Okay, so we have spoken about values. Values is further deeper, and now we are talking about beliefs. So there is belief, and it could be a limiting belief, it could be a positive belief. Now think about that limiting or that positive belief that you have. Pick any belief that you have. If it is a positive belief, think about a positive belief. I am a fantastic person. I am make great connections. I am purposeful. I am a leader. I am a caregiver. I am caring. I am honest. I am whatever is a belief system. Take that. If you are struggling right now with a negative belief system, pick a negative belief system. I'm not good enough. This is too bold. I'll fail. I cannot reduce weight. I'm not good at certain things in life. So pick any belief system, think about it. And when you think about it, that belief is driving you in a certain behavior. आपका thought process कहेगा कि कैसे behave करो. So you will behave a certain way because you're holding on to a positive or negative belief. Positive belief will give you energy. Negative belief will deplete that energy. When that behavior is there, it will give you certain results because you have behaved a certain way. So there is bound to have a result. So physics law, every action will have an क्या होता है? Every action has
every action has equal and opposite reaction.
So yeah, so your behavior basically, sorry about that. So your behavior basically is giving you an action as a result, and that result is basically called an experience. And if you start labeling that experience, what you are doing is you're actually making that belief stronger and stronger, whether it is a negative experience or is it a positive experience. So that's what we are talking about. Try not to label your experiences right away. And if the experiences are not good, try to go into that awareness and consciousness state and ask those questions to yourself. And when you ask those questions to yourself, you might find something else coming back to you, and that is called reflective experience. And when you have that reflective experience, experience, that is when you start becoming more aware, more conscious to change your belief system that there are possibilities of something else happening. But you have to change that belief system, which will create a new behavior, which will give you different results, and which will give you a different reflective experience. The reflective experience is only when you don't label it immediately, because then it get impinged into your brain. It goes and gets stacked over there for a later point of time when you are going to go through a same kind of scenario. So it is a choice you have to make. Do I want to label it or do I want to not label it? Let it be neutral and let me take the stock of the situation and then see what it is. If you do that, you become conscious. When you become conscious, you are aware of what you're doing. When you're aware of what you're doing, your physical state is different, your mental state is different, and that is when you actually start taking the right decision. But for that, you have to understand who you are, which goes back to the first exercise of values. So that's all that I have today for you guys. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, then please ask. But I have taken quite a lot of the time today, and I have actually rubbed into the session of meditation, what Shweta is going to do. If there are no questions, then I'll hand over to Shweta. And we are always open on the WhatsApp. So if you guys want to talk about anything, drop a message, make a call, like I said, and I'll drop those 5 questions again, like Kiran asked, so that people know what they have to think about to get to those certain words. Okay, so that's all from my side. Shweta, over to you.
Thank you, Vikin. Thank you so much. That was wonderful explanation about values and beliefs. And I hope that all the participants, they have really benefited with that. So let's start with something different, altogether a different thing. Oh, wow, Vikin, I can read that. Kiran says that, Mr. Vikin, you're awesome. Good. Okay, without...
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you. Thanks a lot. But let Shweta talk now.
Yeah, because we are just running out of time. So, okay, so in these times, we are actually, wanting to clear our aura. I don't know how many of you know about aura, and I'm not going to get into detail, but let me tell you just a liner that, everything depends on our aura. Basically, each and every person, every, living being has its aura. So, when our aura is not clean, when our aura gets connected or comes in contact with some negative energies, negative vibrations, it gives negative effect on our bodies as well. So today we are gonna do a meditation to clean our aura. Okay, so I hope you all are sitting in a comfortable position, and the area where you're sitting, you're not disturbed again and again. So for this meditation, I want you to keep your hands in Gyan Mudra. So now Gyan Mudra is your thumb and your index finger together and rest 3 fingers straight. So you have to do it like this. Okay. Now keep your hands on your thighs and let's begin with the meditation then. Okay. So this Gyan Mudra will definitely help you along with the meditation to concentrate and reduce the negativity in your mind. So we'll start with this meditation with gratitude. Close your eyes softly and gently. Focus on your breath, on how you inhale and exhale. Now, thank your spiritual masters. Thank God. Thank universal energies for everything that you have in life. Just relax with each of your breath. Focus on your breathing. Your full attention should be only and only on your breath. Focus how your breath is moving in and out. Breathe effortlessly. Do not push yourself. Just inhale and exhale. Once again, inhale and very gently exhale. Slowly, with this breathing process, move your focus to your left leg and feel your left leg is completely getting relaxed. Your right leg is also getting relaxed. Slowly feel this relaxation with your attention moving to the upper body. Now focus on your chest muscles, abdominal muscles. Feel that everything is getting relaxed. Now your upper body and your back muscles are relaxed. Focus on your right hand. It is getting relaxed. Now when your right hand is relaxed, move your focus to your left hand and feel that your left hand is also getting relaxed. Take your attention to your face. Every muscle of your face, your eyes, your ears, and nose are getting relaxed. with your body getting relaxed, your mind is also relaxed and calm. Now visualize that you're sitting in the open, quiet environment, and there's a full flow of cosmic energy. Feel that the white color energy from the top is entering your body. This energy is entering from the center of the head. Do not rush. Let this white light spread into every bone, every muscle, every organ of your body. Now this white light has moved till the fingers of your feet. This white light has spread into your body and it's now spreading into your aura. Your aura is becoming totally white. This aura is the energy that encircles us in different layers. It is the halo that we have around our body, and this aura is completely white with this divine energy. This aura is pure and clean with this white light. Let this energy be there for some time in your body and your aura. Now you can feel that your mind and body is more energetic, more positive. Now when I count from 7 to 1, then you will slowly open your eyes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rub your hands and keep your palms on your eyes once again. Pamper your face. Open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Be happy. You can come back into your awareness, everyone. Your aura is clean, and as and when you feel like, you can clean your aura with this meditation, with this, visualization whenever you need. I think everybody is in the meditative mode, still in the meditative mode. Thank you, Vikin. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Shweta. That was lovely.
Thank you. So I again pass it on to Vikin.
Yeah, coming on.
Thanks, Chitali. Thank you.
I thought Shalini was already on, so I was staying in the background quiet.
Either of you passed on the stage to you.
But thanks a lot, guys, for being over here, coming over here to these sessions. I hope you're finding value in this, in all that we are doing, whether it is yoga, meditation, or what the discussions we are having. And with this, will continue for next 3 days like this only. There will be different kind of modality or meditation. There will be different kind of yoga, and there will be different kind of discussions. So, Renee, I don't know what you're doing tomorrow. Can you just speak about it? I think she has.
Okay, by the time Renee comes, I'll just pitch in and I'll share about what you're going to get for tomorrow's meditation session, basically. So we all are, I think, going through some or the other relationship issues, or the, I would say, the cordial relations we always wanted. So tomorrow we are going to work and meditate regarding the cordial relations. So it's a relationship meditation tomorrow.
Okay. That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Renee?
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing stretching for the lower part of the body. So thighs and ankles and everything, foot. So we'll be doing that tomorrow.
Great.
Perfect. And on my side, now that we have understood about a bit about consciousness and the wheel of life, we are going to look into how we can actually, draft our goals. A lot of people have, sometimes people have issues with why, sometimes people have issues with how. And we are going to look into that as to how you can get to meaningful outcomes for yourself, which are very much aligned with what you really want. So we are going to talk about that. So that's all from our side. Shalini, you can wrap up the session, and we will see everyone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
And
Vikin.
feedbacks are
Thank
welcomed.
you, Renee, Vikin, and Shweta for the wonderful session. And thank you all for the participation. There have been many people who've not been able to join because of being a working day and some commitments they have. And we would try to make them, give them the recordings. But that is going to be a later part. And I always feel that the live sessions are always taken better than recordings, because recordings somehow or the other we tend to not watch fully sometimes. So thank you so much for participating, and see you all tomorrow. And if there is any feedback, anything at all that you feel that you need to share or tell us to do differently, or anything to motivate us, please do put that in the WhatsApp group or here in chat before going, if you want. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.